Hi, this is Michelle Dale from Virtual Miss Friday, and I want to give you a quick update on the roadmap programs and what you're going to be expecting this year from me in terms of updates. Now, my primary focus this year is going to be, first of all, on the service updates, which is the administrator, marketer, and creator. And the reason why I'm focusing in on those, and then I'm probably going to move over to the apprentice, is because there has been some quite dramatic changes in my business over the last year, and this is why I've been holding back and holding off on the updates, and I'll explain why. So when I first created these courses, the administrator, marketer, and creator, I created them because I was at the time dealing with late 5 to early 6-figure business owners. And this worked really well. I was able to generate a very, very profitable business with late 5 to early 6-figure business owners, early to mid 6-figure business owners. And that model, the model that I teach, the packages that I teach inside version 1, which was the first version of the administrator, marketer, and creator, is an excellent model for servicing those types of clients. Over the last year, I decided to myself, actually it was after going back over an interview I had with a guy called Mark Wynn, who was a coach, and he was a very successful businessman as well. And I will put the interview with this video as well so you can listen to it. And I was doing an interview with him, and we were talking about choosing who we want to work with and what we want to do and how we want to shape our businesses. And he said then, whoever you choose, it is your decision. And he suggested, if you choose you want to work with billionaires, you can do. Now, I'm not saying that I'm working with billionaires, but I did decide over this last year that I wanted to move away from 5-figure business owners. I wanted to stretch virtual assistants to the absolute limits. I wanted to create a new, diverse and dynamic business model that worked well with my team, but more in particular, worked really, really well with innovators and supporters. And if you've taken my apprentice program, you'll know what I mean when I say these. But basically the people who want to develop teams, the people who want to expand their services, the people who want to be more, a bit like Virtual Miss Friday, where we specialize in generalist virtual assistants. And then I wanted a business model as well that was really going to serve the people in supporter roles, the people who prefer just to support. They're not that interested in, developing an empire or anything like that. The people in supporter roles who are able to actually connect in and plug themselves into this business model. And I called it One Sourcing. And with One Sourcing, you are able to meet the client's every basic need in their business. And it slowly started to progress on more to sort of an operations management through One Sourcing, but with a twist. And as I started to develop this, I introduced this business model actually last year at a live speaking event I did in Manchester in England. I introduced this business model and it was well received. And loads of people came up to me at the end and said, the person that works for me, my VA, she's exactly what you've just described. How can I take this further with her? And there was other people who came up saying that they were working for agencies, they were working solo, they were freelancers, and they all felt that they could somehow become a part of this One Sourcing model that I've created. So from there, that really drove me to take it further, to see how I was able to make this something new in the industry so we can move away from the stereotypical virtual assistant client relationship and move into something that is more advantageous for the client, more advantageous for the innovator role people, and more advantageous for the people who want to just stay as virtual assistants and perhaps work with a small handful of clients or maybe 1 or 2 clients, or support other virtual assistants or innovators within their teams. And by golly, I cracked it. This last year, we've shifted in now to only taking in late 6 to 7-figure clients into the business, new clients, which is a big shift for me. You can see I've updated my website now to reflect that. And the model that I chose, or how I chose to bring them in, was based around what I felt they needed the most. And it worked so well. It went better than I could have imagined. I tweaked my packages. I tweaked it for the clients, the new kind of 6 to 7 figure clients that were coming in. And yeah, I mean, they're not billionaire clients, but I decided to try and go with the millionaires to start with. And it's really amazing. And the way it works is this. And I've been really trying to figure out how I can communicate this so you know what's to come inside the programs. But this is my scribble here, which I'm going to try and explain to you right now. So the one sourcing model and how we're going to base these updates in the administrator, marketer, and creator, which I'm starting to work on right now. I had to get this model down, and I know that a lot of you are waiting for updates because some of the systems that we used in version 1 are no longer working. Not the systems I put together, but third-party systems that we were using. We've shifted. I've put updates in there, like for example, in the marketer, we shifted from Sway to Sprout. And I put videos and updates in there, but obviously you guys are waiting for the complete picture. And the interesting thing is the complete picture would still be the same as those programs are now in admin, marketing, and creative services for late 5 to early 6 figure business owners. But now my business has shifted. It's shifted into something which I find phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. This is the most time I've had and the most freedom I've had as an individual. It's providing the absolute best service I could possibly provide to the client. It's extremely profitable, more profitable than any of my previous services and packages that I put together. And it gives everybody what they want. It serves the virtual assistants and the freelancers, and it serves the people who want to develop more of a business. So let me explain to you how it works. First of all, at the top of the one sourcing model, you have I'm calling it one sourcing operations, and this is how the packages are going to be on my website now. So the packages that I was doing before, they are still applicable and still available, and that's why I'm leaving version 1, the entire complete version 1 of each program intact and available for you guys, because the information is still applicable. But I'm creating an absolutely brand new version, an entire new version of the programs. I think it's going to be an entire new version for the administrator and the marketer, but for the creator, it's going to be more sort of an additional thing, and it will be adding information. All of them will have information added. All of them will have the up-to-date business model for 6 and 7 figures, for serving 6 and 7 figure clients, and particularly my business model, because I've always said that I want to remain true to what I'm doing in Virtual Miss Friday. And if you guys want to follow me and you want to follow my business model, then I have to give you what I'm doing right now. And this is what I'm doing right now. Highly profitable, 6, 7 figure clients, best services ever, more free time for the person at the top of the chain. It's really, really awesome. And it's completely different. I have never seen anybody do this pricing structure or anything like that. So at the top you have myself, which is I'm like the operations manager and consultant. So I have enough experience now at this time in my life, and I intend to pass that experience over to you, more of a consulting experience inside version 2 of these programs which are coming up, on how to arrange things with the client. So there's an operations manager and a sort of consultant and a head VA at the top of it. That would be me in my role, and that would be you in your role if you were going to take this on. Or if you're looking to still be a supporter, you would come down a little bit further down the chain. So then underneath the operations manager / consultant, we have the team, and there are specific roles, and I'm going to tell you those specific roles that you need to hire within your team. And basically the roles are for admin, marketing, and creative services. So in the updates of these programs, you're going to know exactly what roles you need to hire in admin, exactly what roles you need in marketer, and exactly what roles you need in creator. But not only that, I will tell you how these roles can coexist together. So you don't have to say, oh, one person does this, one person does this. You can blend them up, you can mix them together. You can have a small team, you can have a large team. So even though I'm saying you need somebody in this role, you need somebody in this role, you need somebody in this role, it doesn't have to be separate individual people. It can be people who do the same role in the business. So I'm going to share with you the roles inside the programs that are coming up. And then basically the pricing model, and this is the genius thing about it for me anyway, the pricing model is based on part-time and full-time work, okay? So you hire the service part-time or you hire the service full-time. Now, the interesting thing about that is you say, well, now we're getting into employees and things like that. But the beauty about this is that the part-time investment covers all of the roles, okay? So you can have an entrepreneur that says, right, I want to hire the one sourcer part-time. So it's not like they hire you part-time and you work part-time hours. You say, right, now I have this amount of hours available and I'm going to divvy it up between the work that you need. These are the services that we can offer. This is what I'm suggesting that you do. So you talk to the client, you consult with the client. I'm going to show you basically how this is done, what you recommend and things like that. And then you find a custom part-time model based on the roles and the specific tasks that happen within those roles that I'm going to share with you. And you come up with a part-time model. And the nice thing about this is that you can't quantify it in the same way as hiring somebody by the hour or hiring someone for a specific task or hiring someone for a specific set of skills like admin, for example, because it's a collective and it's a whole. So because you can't quantify it, it means you base your pricing on the value of the service, on the value of the task, on the value of the team members doing it and their expertise, on the value of your expertise, on the value of inclusive of an operations manager, a consultant, and things like that. So it's impossible to quantify for a client. It's impossible for a client to say, oh, this should cost this amount of money, or this should cost this amount of money, because this is so unique that it's not possible to even come close to that. So I'm going to talk to you about pricing and tell you how to price these part-time and full-time services. And again, it works the same with the full-time model. You can say, right, hire me full-time, but not me. Hire myself, my operations, my team, and I will give you a full-time service. Some clients will need, for example, part-time in admin, marketing, and creative services. And right now I have a client who is hiring the part-time package in admin, the part-time package in marketing, and the part-time package in creative. You can also sell part-time in admin, full-time in marketing if they really want to focus on that, part-time in creative. And that's, again, such a wonderful beauty and simplicity of this model. And then you have seven prices in your business, and that's it. And I'm transparent about these prices, and I'm upfront with them. And I will always say that I will never be guided away from the transparent model of being very open about who I serve and the price it costs for my time. I value my time. I value my expertise, and I know what that is worth to people. And I price my services where I feel good about it, but I know they're still a bargain for the client. Now, somebody may not look at that and say, well, that's a bargain. However, 6- and 7-figure business owners, their mindset is in a very different place to the people who are quibbling over the odd dollar here and there per hour. So the nice thing about this model is it's so simple that you have 7 prices. 7. And I'm going to teach you and tell you what those prices are, how to put them together. And it's a very, very simple way of looking at it. and it's simple for the client, it's simple for you, and it's very, very easy to explain. And just as an example, depending on your skill set, depending on the skill sets of the team members and things like that, it would probably be feasible to suggest that if you went for these clients, that maybe 10 grand a month per client is a realistic figure to shoot for. And I only say that because that's pretty much what I'm achieving right now through the packages that I'm going to teach you. And I haven't changed my team. I haven't changed my services. I haven't changed anything that I taught inside the administrator. The only thing I have changed is the approach, the structure, the framework, and how it comes together as a whole and is then presented to the client. And this is what is so amazing. It's like taking all the raw ingredients, putting them together one way, and you make, a really decent cake, or whatever you want to call it, recipe. And then it's about taking the same ingredients, shifting them around a little bit, changing the quantities a little bit, and then coming up with something phenomenal. That's the new one-sourcing model that I currently implemented, that I did over the last year, that I've had such incredible results from. I've experienced rapid growth in my business the first quarter of this year, and it's continuing to grow. And I want to share that with you. So that's what's to come. If you're already a member of the administrator, the marketer, and the creator, I want you to know that the version 1 of the program will still be available to you guys as it is. And I will keep checking over it. I will look for links. I will look for updates. I will just kind of see what's going on there. But it's not going to change. That's going to stay the same. What you are going to receive from me now is this brand new one-sourcing model. The programs will be based on this very simple, very elegant, glorious way of packaging virtual assistant services in such a way that it attracts awesome clients. It attracts really awesome clients. It sets expectations, it sets boundaries, it provides simplicity, it allows for transparency. There's nothing shady or shifty about this. We are simply changing the dynamic, reworking things. We've made it into a new model, a new way of looking at things, a new way of selling it, a new way of sharing things with the client. And it's better for the client, it's better for the VA, and it's better for also the people who are supporting. And this is all about service. This all came from how can I better serve? And in fact, the way you can better serve the client is to better serve yourself and go more into this model. So whether you're a solo VA and you just want to stay solo and you just want to serve a small handful of clients, and you don't even mind if those clients are virtual assistants who are using the one-sourcing model, then it's definitely still going to be applicable. You're still going to learn so much, because you're going to learn how to slot in to one of these teams and one of these roles inside the one-sourcing model, which is highly profitable for the people that you're working for, and therefore is going to have a great impact on your own business, because you're going to have a steady stream of work, a steady stream of clients. And then the nice thing about this one-sourcing model is I don't need loads of clients. I need a small handful, less than one hand, and extremely profitable business. I'm so excited about sharing this with you, but I want to do it right, and you have to understand that in order for me to do it right, I have to think about this. I have to think about how best to present it to you, how best to explain it to you. I have to try and convey a lot of complex ideas in the most simplistic form that I can. So allow me a little bit of time to do that, and you at the end of it will have a course that is different to anything else out there that you have ever seen. I have looked and scoured the internet for a model that comes even remotely close to this, and I can't find it. So this is what I want to share with you. They are coming out. I am committed to getting these out as soon as possible. I'm working on them right now as we speak. But I just want to say thank you so much for your patience. this is worth waiting for. That's it from me. I'll see you soon.